Hello guys, and welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. Today I thought I could paint with you in a real time, but also I do want to chit chat. I do have some things I want to share with you and I want to talk about with you, so hopefully we can just, I guess, paint together and chit chat. So I'm just picking up a page from my sketchbook. The entire process of how I made it in a real time is available for my channel members. So if you guys are a member, there is a video you can find and full process you will find there. This is just an MDF board that I'm gonna glue my paper on top. And for today, I thought I could do two bookmarks. I'm not gonna cut them into bookmarks. That's what you can do later on here on this page, but I thought of them as just two bookmarks. This is just a regular also tape, painter's tape that I'm using. This one is not very sticky like that, and I do want to put one in the middle. I do want to measure it somewhat. I haven't glued this precisely, so this and this is not fully even, but it doesn't matter. I don't mind that. So like that, we'll all prep for starting our painting. So the first thing I want to do is do a very light sketch, just to place everything on my paper. And for the first one, I do want to put in a little house, so something like here, like that, and a roof, and just place it like that. So that's gonna be my house for the first one, so like that. There you go. And I do want to put in a little bit of the water here in the background, maybe some lake, and also I do want to put in some mountains maybe in the distance, and I'm gonna put in a sky here. And for the second one, I also want to put in the house, so but this one is going to be a little bit up. So I'm just looking how I want to place that one. It's going to be, this one is going to be a little bit, I don't know, this. So I'm going to have a hill also for that house, like that. I'm sorry. My voice is cracking. So like that, and I'm gonna put in some trees here at the background, like that, something like that. I'm gonna get some paint and I'm gonna use my sky collection, and I will get this little flat brush, smaller flat brush. Start with that one, and I'm gonna start with this side first, and I'm gonna wet it all the way to my house. I'm gonna skip the house or cabin, however you want to call it. Just gonna wet it all the way to that, and we can wet also the part underneath. I'm thinking maybe later on I will add a little bit of the ink pen. I will see. So like that, and I haven't really sprayed my paint, so it just starts its creaming process. Starts to make it a little bit more easier to lift it up from the pan. So like that, and I'm just gonna put in some clouds here and sky. So like that. Clean up my brush and just move that around. Like that. So like that, and pick up a little bit of the brown, mix it in with this darker brown, like that. And I will also pick up a little bit of the yellow, just put in that foliage. Also, so I did say I want to talk to you about some things. Yeah, well, you know what, guys, you probably noticed I haven't been so present at YouTube lately. There is actually a reason for that. My garden. You probably all know about my garden, but that's not really the only reason. So I will just add a bit of the here at the background. Some foliage here. And here a bit more greenery. It's just that I'm not really sure where I'm gonna go with my channel from here. For some reason, and I've noticed that I guess channels like mine, creators like mine, and these educational, as I can say that, a little bit of the yellow, I don't want to make it a little bit more brighter. Channels like mine aren't really obviously interesting to YouTube anymore, and I've noticed that just, you know, it does take time to prepare a video, to record a video, to put a video out there. And when I see how poor a reach is for my videos, it kind of, I don't know, discourages me. I kind of am losing will to create. It's just a sad thing to say, but it is. That's the truth. This is still wet, so I'm just picking up a little bit of the paint. I want to make it slightly brighter and create some wider spots. It's frustrating, you know, because I do really try, and I do want to, I don't know, create something interesting for you guys and something that you can learn something from. And when I see it's poor reach and views, I'm just wondering, is it because the video is not interesting enough, or is it the algorithm that doesn't favor videos as mine? I know it's not only my channel, because I've seen a lot of people have the same struggles as I do and share same thoughts. I haven't wetted this one, just painting on a dry surface, and you can see how a little bit different shapes we are creating. So I just wanted to put in to show you a tiny bit of the difference, how nice it can look, even though it's not really wetted before, it just really looks nice. It does give a little bit of the different vibe. Similar thing, but slightly a different vibe. So as I was saying, and it's not really that I think it's just my channel that it's affected. I have seen this with many of my fellow creators, artists that have same struggle as I do, and just are noticing that I'm just gonna put in a tiny bit of the brown inside to create this grayish tone, and have the same struggles as I do, and are a bit frustrated with the YouTube, because we all see I have these little flies. We all see that algorithm isn't really favoring us, and we're not, I guess, something that is in, if I can say that, like that. So I want to put in a little mountain at the back. It's not really favoring us, and it's kind of frustrating, you know, to try to create, and just it's creating and putting videos out there is enough of the work. And when you have to think all the time also about the algorithm, and is it gonna like my videos, am I gonna be interesting enough for the YouTube? So again, I did not wet the paper. Is it gonna put me on a map, or, well, I guess I'm not really sure that YouTube is a good platform for creators anymore. It's kind of yeah. I didn't want to bug you with these things, I guess. This is still wet, so I'm just gonna add a bit of the details here, just to create a bit more dimension, like that. So it's, as I was saying, and also to the sea, let's just put in some water here, like that, tiny and light water. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the paint and just add in some details to the water, not too much. So I did have every intention to create free videos and to, I guess, make this accessible to everybody who wants to learn and everybody who wants to create. But I do wonder a lot. I just ask myself, is this worth it? You know, I do create those videos and people are not watching it. I'm not really sure why. Is it what I do, or is it the YouTube? Is it that algorithm? Is it that YouTube is just simply not a platform anymore for creators like me, for my niche? Is YouTube a best platform for me at this point anymore? You know, I was thinking of starting to create on some other platforms, but you know, those wouldn't be a free videos. Not everybody would be able to watch them, and people are not getting my videos are not reaching people. I'm just wondering, is there any sense to that? What's the point of creating and people are not watching it? Is there any sense to that? To creating? So that's something I've been wondering lately, and that's actually one of the reasons I haven't been really present here on YouTube as much, because I was just exploring my other options, and I was just thinking whether I do need to continue, or I should just say, you know, it's been fun, I loved it, but I get the picture, it's just simply not for me anymore. YouTube is sending a message that vlogs are something that it's in right now, and people who are in art business just simply aren't in anymore. And I should just run with that. I should just accept that and move on. But you know, I do know that we have such an amazing community here, and it did take a lot of effort and I guess a lot of time to get here and to create this community. So I know there are a lot of you who are here all the time. I read your messages, your comments, and are messaging me also privately. And thank you for your wonderful support. You know, I really do appreciate that a lot. And you are the reason that I'm still here. You know, that I do create. It's just as I said. Is that the right thing anymore? Is that something that I should be investing my time in? Or there is a better thing for me? You know, is there a better platform? Is there a better option for me? Something that will also inspire me? Because, you know, sometimes you just feel so discouraged. It's just human. I mean, I feel so discouraged sometimes, you know. I do try my best. I do put myself in it. It's just, but I don't see it working. I don't see it paying it off. It just, I've tried making daily videos. I've tried making weekly, twice a week, 3 times a week, and I simply don't see the difference. You know, if they say if you create constantly, if you're constant, YouTube rewards you, but that just might go for those creators, vlogs that are something that YouTube favors anyway. Not really for such creator as I am. I've been following my reach, and I've been following, you know, what's going on, and I can tell you that it's not looking bright. That reach is horrible. And at first I thought that people would just not really turning on their notifications, they're not notified, that they just don't know about the videos. And then I noticed that a lot of other people are struggling with the same thing. So I thought to myself, that's not it. You know, obviously there's something more to that. Obviously, I'm not the only one struggling with that. So again, I'm painting on this side on dry paper. So just doing the dry brushing technique and adding my strokes on a dry surface and creating dry brushing effect. And you can see the difference. This was done wet on wet, and this was done on dry. And as I was saying, it just dawned on me, you know, it's simply, you're simply not in. You're simply just don't have the channel that is interesting to YouTube, not the people. I'm not saying that people wouldn't watch that, but you can just check your recommendations. And if you watched a video, an art video and a vlog video, it's probable that next time YouTube will suggest a vlog, not an art video to you. So as I said, that's just a bit frustrating. But you know, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm just adding at the bottom edge where I have wet, just to help the paint bleed upwards. So I was just wondering, yeah, as I was saying, what's gonna be my next move? I don't want to stop doing this, but also it's been years now, you know, guys. I was just thinking, I have a YouTube channel for more than 4 years now. It's time, you know. You know, I do have 70,000 subscribers, so it's not that my channel is not growing. It is. It's growing slowly, but it is growing, and people obviously are interested in what I'm doing, because if there aren't, I wouldn't be having 70,000 subscribers. I don't think that's a little number. That's a quite large number. That's actually almost as much as my town has people living in it. So yeah, I don't want to turn this into a moaning talk, or just to make it look like you know, yeah, I'm not sure how to say that now so it don't sound rude. I don't want to make this look like I'm complaining or anything. It's not that. It's just that, you know, that's my thought process, and I'm just thinking, should I be dedicating myself? If it's not working, it's not working. Sometimes you just have to say to yourself, it's not working. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. It just means that life changes and things change. So sometimes we just have to accept what's in front of us and say, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna get a little bit of the red, and I'm gonna put some red here on my roof. like that. Just a tiny bit here on this side. Like that. And for the other house, whether I want to put it also red, or maybe, you know what, I'm gonna make that roof darker blue, a bit more of the brown, just to make it almost like it's like that. It's like it's grayish tone. Like that. And a bit of the blue, and just to create, I'm gonna leave both of my houses white, but I do want to create some details on them, like there's some shadows, some shades from the roof maybe. Just be careful not to smudged here. So maybe just leave it to dry fully. Like that. Couple of windows, I'm gonna paint them in. Maybe doors, like that. So, like that, and I'm gonna add a bit of that red, because I feel that something that is missing here. On this page, like that. Bit of that reddish tone on this side. Just to connect those two, like that. And a bit of the greenish, maybe some foliage, and I do kind of feel like my painting is turning into mud right now, so I'm gonna stop. I will dry that like that, and I'm gonna add this 03 now, micron. Thicker, yeah, that's better. You have to make really sure that your paint is fully dry. I think I'm having issues with that. My paint isn't fully dry. So just adding in a couple of windows, and I'm not gonna draw in the shape of the window. I just want to put there some suggestions that there are some windows there, and here maybe on this side, like that. And also here for this house, I'm not gonna draw in the just one straight line. But I'm gonna do it rather sketchy because I do think it looks a bit nicer like that. You know, just adding those details makes all the difference. Also gonna add a few details here to my grass. And around the house. Like that, and also I'm gonna do that on this side. My paint isn't fully dry, so it's kind of not really working ink pen. I do want to add a bit more of the, now that I've done some inking, I do want to add a bit more of the shading. A bit more of the details to the houses, both of them. You know, just a tiny bit around the windows, maybe underneath the roof, to create some shadows like that. Just to give it a little bit more of the texture. Like that. And I'm gonna add a bit more to the roof. Like that. Just a bit more. And also a bit more on the other side. I'm gonna use same dark color, gray. Like that. There you go. And a bit more here at the sea. And let's just add a bit more details on this side. Like that. And what I want to put in, one more thing, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna use an ink pen for that. I do want to put in a couple of birds. So as I said, I'm gonna this time use an ink pen for that. Like that. And also here on this side. There you go. A little bit, tiny bit of the birds. And let me just get a little bit of the white. I have this here. This is Art Creation. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that white. That's not an acrylic. And it's not watercolor either. It's all-purpose. Paint, so you can use it for any of your projects. I do have some going all around, so I'm gonna put something to cover my house. And I do love this paint because it's quite opaque, like that, and maybe a couple, not as many on this side. It's quite opaque, so you can use, of course, acrylics, you can use gouache, you can use a gel pen. All of those are just fine. I have this one on my hand, so I decided to use that one. Just make sure you wash your brush quite properly if you're using acrylics or any other paints, because if this paint sticks in, you can't really get it out anymore. It's very, very hard, especially to your watercolor brushes. So, like that. And we can just remove the tape. If you would like to leave it to dry a bit more, you know, so it doesn't warp, you can do that. So I think we're done with our two little bookmarks. You can add in, of course, the text if you would like. You can cut them into bookmarks. I'm gonna leave them just as they are. I just want to pick up a little bit of the paint here, you know me? I just always want to do something a little bit more because it was just looking too bland, and I do want to put in some highlights, so I'm gonna get a little bit of the paint just to make it pop a bit. Some parts, yeah, it was just looking too same. We'll see what happens. I just wanted to share this with you. I just wanted to let you know what I'm thinking and where I'm at this point. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you're gonna give this project a try. It is quite simple, and well, I guess thank you so much for listening to me today and for sticking with me until the end. Bravo for you. Thank you so much for joining in today, and I really do hope I will see you here next time. Bye.